if you need more time with the multiple choice questions. Mohab, raise your hand if you need more time with the multiple choice questions.
I need more time with the questions.
With the questions? Okay. Well, the last two, don't worry about yet. Let's go to the multiple choice. So number one, B. Number one, in what set of colonies was Massachusetts located? B. Yes.
The New England colonies.
The New England colonies. Perfect. Number two, when did the Puritans move to New England? Justina.
C. The 17th.
Yes, in the 17th century. Number three, what did the Dutch settlers name Manhattan? Mohab. New Amsterdam. Good. And the English named New York after taking the area from the Dutch. True or false? True.
Three, what's the answer for our first one?
The first one was the New England colonies. B.
What is it?
Which one? Number three is New Amsterdam. Letter B. And number five, Jamestown is located in what colony? Mina. C. Virginia. It is C. Virginia. Number six, a slave is another term for an indentured servant. True or false? Mary.
B.
B. Why?
False. Because the slaves used to work but not get anything.
Yes, the slaves didn't get any kind of payment, but the indentured servants got what?
They got food
Money.
and places to live.
Yes, exactly. Good.
Money.
Mark.
Money.
Thank you. Number seven, William Penn signed a peace treaty with the Indians for how many years?
70 years.
70 years. What letter is that?
D.
D. And number eight.
What?
Number eight, what two things were the southern colonies famous for growing? Verena.
C.
C. C, tobacco and rice. Good. Work on numbers 9 and 10 if you haven't already.
D.C. Washington, D.C.
Adam, did you finish 9 and 10?
What?
Did you finish 9 and 10?
Good morning. Yeah.
Is that what it the
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me.
Wait, is he?
Why?
Who? Mina? Yes.
Why? Why?
Can you talk
Guys, 9
Japanese?
and 10? Yeah.
But there's no Japanese in this class.
Do it now.
Okay.
And once you're done, discuss it.
The only difference is that Mina is studying words.
Describe what you think life was like
Yeah, do you have test
for
next
the
year?
English gentleman of Jamestown.
Yeah, do you have next
If you were one of these settlers, how would you have reacted to the change in your environment? So what happened, what did they say happened in
Do you have
Jamestown?
test next year? Do you have test next year?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember now?
Oh my God. The paper got tripled.
Yes. Yes. So how do you think they reacted to the changes in their environment?
Well,
What do you think life was like there?
Volleyball? Volleyball?
So read about it.
Siya ba kay Mafluka?
He's playing Batman.
You deserve his praise.
Don't say that.
You mean that? You mean that goal?
He wasn't playing with me, he was on another team.
You got 1 point?
Oh, I figured it out.
Describe
I love yourself.
You guys play Batman?
like what does the man do?
Volleyball?
Do you think
No,
it's
he's
a hard
not
job?
playing better.
What job? the men's.
No, you were not. I played
That's
you
so
were playing
loud.
basketball. I'm not.
Oh, really?
You were in the teacher's.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, but
because I
that's
don't. I
it's a
play
town.
back. I don't play that. I don't play back.
I was living
Read this. Read this.
And who's? Who said you're playing Batman Tiger?
Well, no, read this.
I don't know what it be like, because I like it now.
You didn't answer Mary.
You sure? You can
do it now. We have to try to do it now.
Play ball.
Wait, I don't got the second question.
That's yours. What a hammer show.
Describe what you think life is like for the English gentleman of Jamestown. If you were one of these settlers, how would you have reacted to the change in your environment? So go back to this section about Jamestown in the southern colonies.
Yes, I'm not I'm a ninja.
So they weren't used to working, it says. So they didn't do very well. Done. Hang on 1 second.
You're a ninja?
So they didn't do very well. So how do you think they reacted to being told to work all the time, and then if they didn't work, they what? They couldn't
get money for their family.
that, and they couldn't cook. So John Smith didn't give them food unless they worked. So how do you think they might have reacted to that?
Probably they're bad.
Yeah. So how would you feel? Well, that's what the question's asking.
Was that
5 years
Apple
old.
store?
5 years old. 5 years old. 5 years old.
Was that made an Apple store?
That was.
Does it have a charger?
No, it has something.
Who wants to talk about what they wrote for number 9? It says, if you could be a colonist in one of the original 13 colonies, which colony would you have lived in and why?
New York.
Which colony would you have lived in, Verena?
I would, in general, middle colonies, because people were there from all over the world and people were allowed to be diverse and to celebrate with them.
Good. Good. Those are good reasons. Adam.
I would live in the South because of the plantations.
Good. Plantations, you'd have a lot of food, a lot of crops to grow. Good. What about, did anybody pick the New England colonies? Nobody picked New England?
I picked New England.
Oh, you did? Why?
Because there's a lot of money in trade.
Yes, there is a lot of money and a lot of trades. You can get a lot of different kinds of things from different people. What about number 10? Did everybody get to number 10?
Yeah.
Yes? Describe what you think life was like for the English gentleman of Jamestown. If you were one of these settlers, how would you have reacted to the change in your environment? So first, Mina, what was life like for them?
Boring.
Well, what did they say about them in the reading? They weren't used to what? Yeah, but what else weren't they used to?
Pictures of a cleaner.
Yes, they wanted to find gold, but it said in the reading they weren't Adam. It said they weren't used to working. So now they went from not being used to working to having to work all the time. And if they don't work, they don't get food. So if you were one of those people, Mark, who wasn't used to working, Mary, what's going on today?
Miss Vivi, how do you think I feel? I'm not used to working in gym.
So if you're not used to working, how do you feel? See, so you can relate to them. How would you feel not being? How would you feel if you're not used to working and you couldn't get food unless you worked all day and all night?
That's basically the gym.
It's not going that bad.
He's asking why not.
How would you feel? How would you feel if you were one of them in the southern colonies?
I'll be mad. I'll feel bad and mad and bad.
You don't know how I feel.
What do you say?
Why? Why would you feel all those ways?
Because
It's horrible. You have to work a lot.
I'm so lazy.
Get food and money.
So what would you do about it?
I would,
Sorry.
I would actually.
I'll come back. Wait. Start with Mohab first, and then we'll go to
Okay.
Adam. What were you gonna say?
I would like protest in the streets.
Protest. Okay. Trying to make a change. Good. Adam.
I wouldn't be that mad because after, like, when they're done working, they get, like, food and places to live in. So, like, they don't just work. And
That's
then,
true.
like,
They get some kind of payment for it, so maybe you could just kind of adjust to
Yeah.
it and learn how to live with it. You should fun. You would feel tired. Good, because you don't really get a rest. Perfect. And I'm gonna pull down this map. It's kind of difficult, so bear with me if it doesn't work out the first time.
Oh, not the map again.
Map after map.
Alright. So, for the closing, I'm just gonna hold it here. Who can come up and show me which ones are the New England colonies? Mohab.
All of them?
Yes. You can bring your thing with you if you get the list of them.
It's on
New York?
Yep.
No.
No, it's not.
Wait, she's talking about the.
Oh no, New England, not middle, sorry.
I thought you said New England.
I did say New England.
Oh. Did I say
It's not New York though, close, but a little higher. No, that's lower. The New England, let me jog your memory. Yes, Massachusetts.
I think there's streets up here.
No. Where's Massachusetts?
I don't know.
There's one point.
Point to it.
It's like over there.
Yep.
يا ابني انت مسطول يا حبيبي.
You know, what are the other ones?
New York is from the middle colony.
Yes, but I'm talking about New England.
Okay, New Hampshire is on top of Massachusetts.
New Hampshire's up here, good.
Rhode Island. Yeah, under Massachusetts.
Rhode Island is a little tiny one under there.
And Connecticut.
And Connecticut, yes. Good. What about middle colonies? We said New York, Adam.
New York.
You forgot Rhode Island.
No, we said
New Jersey's highlighted. Yes. New
Pennsylvania.
Jersey, Pennsylvania,
Delaware.
Delaware.
Maryland.
Delaware's little, so you're gonna be looking for a place underneath Jersey. Yep, Delaware and Maryland is, yep, right underneath it. Good. And the southern colonies. Daniel. Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. All of these are along the coast. What does it mean to be along the coast?
On the
Yes.
same side?
They are all on the same side. It's the east coast of the country, but the coast, like Yosina said, means that it's on the same side as the ocean. So it's right next to the ocean. All of these are right next to the ocean.
So they're all islands?
They're not islands. Islands is surrounded completely by ocean. But like Missouri wouldn't be on the coast because there's no ocean by it.
What about Rhode Island?
Rhode Island, yes, it's on the east coast. Good. So if you didn't finish those questions, you have 2 minutes left. And whatever you didn't finish is homework. I'll be checking tomorrow.
Oh,
I